You're tuned in to Tailgate Talk, where the grill is hot, the drinks are cold, and the sports stories never stop. Hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute, and produced by Hollywood. Grab a plate, pull up a chair, and let's get this tailgate started.
Oh, I thought your internet went out the moment it hit zero. I was like,
Oh,
God,
man.
are you kidding me? You kind of froze, and I was like, no way.
Could you imagine?
No. All right, welcome back into Tailgate Talk, episode 13. I'm DB Cooper. Alongside me, Itty Bitty Ute on the ones and twos behind the grill, Hollywood. Fellas, how we feeling? Wait. Before anyone answers that, Itty Bitty, you have an apology to give.
I was waiting for this.
Just apologize for all three of us.
Give
The
us
lack
give
of-
a sincere apology.
Yeah, we weren't in it mentally. We didn't have good attitudes. We were tired. We didn't bring energy. I gave like 2 details on my trip. So thank you for hanging with us. That's the cons of the podcast is sometimes when you don't want to do it, when you just landed at midnight, you got to do it. You know?
I was expecting like a Tim Tebow, we're about to make a run apology.
Ooh, that would have been
A little
nasty.
let down.
That would have been kind of nasty.
if you want to give it, then go ahead.
Listen, I'm sorry that we did not bring it, okay? But every episode and every podcast that you hear from us from here on out, we're going to give you 122% because Utes give 22% more energy. And that's what we're going to bring, and that's what we're going to give day in, day out. That's what our promise is to you as fans and listeners of this podcast. And I'm sorry we let you down. From the bottom of our hearts, we will be better, and we will return to greatness.
Let's go out there and win the ball game.
Let's go.
I run through that tunnel. I love that. That was great. Thank you, both of you guys. Beautifully well said. I think the beauty of it as an early listener, last I checked, I think 25 people succumbed to listening to that last episode. I actually never did. I never did
either.
But for the early listeners, the beauty of it is when we're on like episode 2000 and we just kind of have this all down pat. The earliest listeners, the 200 or 25 poorest souls that listened to that last episode, can look back and laugh and just see how far we've come in real time to themselves.
And comment. Leave a comment so that thing is time stamped. You know that you're an OG. You were with us from the beginning.
Yeah.
Put that comment in. Let us know what your take is.
That's a
And
good call.
20 years from now, we'd be like, yeah, that's an OG.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, go back to the last episode, put in a comment, worst episode of all time. And then when in 20 years we can look back and bring up all those comments, and I'm sure you'll be happy to have your name read off back then. Do you have something to add, Itty Bitty?
No, I mean, if we're still around in 5 years, but
Yeah, who knows?
yeah, who knows?
All right. Well, with that apology, Itty Bitty, the last that I talked to you, you wanted to add some context. Do you still want to do that, or you want to go straight into Sandy?
Let's go straight into stadiums. Yeah, kick us off.
After stadiums, do you want to, or are you just moving on? I'm just
Yeah.
I don't care what we look
Yeah, let's come back. Let's come back to it. Yeah.
All right. So Itty Bitty had a tweet a couple days ago. I think sparked a good conversation and something that, during a bye week is I feel like worthy to talk about. We're bringing up we're bringing up stadium power rankings this week. We're talking stadium power rankings, our favorite stadiums that we've been to. Now, we put a little bit of parameters on them, a little bit. For the majority of these are stadiums, if not all of them, are stadiums that we have seen a college football game in. Is that correct for all three of us, or are we adding NFL too?
That works for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are stadiums we've all seen an NFL or a college football game in. Doesn't have to be the Utes, but just college football. And we are just judging the stadium. We're not judging what happens outside the stadium. So I know we're tailgate talk. But this time we're not talking tailgate. We're talking in the confines of the stadium. What happens and how you rank that.
Yep.
Either one of you want to take it from there is.
I could probably go because my list is not that long, and I'll kind of go from top to bottom.
Well, let me run this past you. What I was thinking. What if we did our top 3, our bottom 3, and then anything in between that we want to give context to when it's all said and done? Would that work?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hollywood, start off with your top 3, and then we'll go itty bitty to the top 3. We'll do all of our top 3s first. Itty bitty, why don't you hit us off with your top 3?
Yeah. So my original tweet was everything in that revolved around the game, so that's why I probably got a lot of feedback. But just going stadiums, like you mentioned, I'm going to start with the worst.
We'll do all of our top 3s first.
By far the worst I have been in is the Sam Boyd Stadium, the old UNLV. Have some good times there. Been there a couple times, but it is a rough stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Out there in the middle of nowhere, and just ran. I think it's abandoned now, right? Like they just let it go.
Abandoned or torn down, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe high school. I have no idea.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea.
So UNLV, man, they got a really nice stadium now. Number second to last I have is Houston's. Also a rough stadium. There's a lot of construction going on. I think it will be nice, but it was pretty run down. It was dumpy. I didn't have anything good things to say just about the stadium alone too. So, third to last, I actually took a tour of this with DB. It was on SMU, but I won't go into that since I didn't attend the game. But I'm going to put Arizona there, that third to last spot. It's just a concrete building is really what it is. Nothing special about it. So those are my bottom 3.
We'll do all of our top 3s first.
Top 3, I'm going to go with number 3, Oregon, Autzen Stadium. Pretty electric, really nice, beautiful stadium as you walk through the woods. I know that's outside, but it's stunning. Number 2, Washington, sitting right there on the water, and just like the sound system and the bathrooms and the convenience of concessions, really nice. And number 1, got to go Vegas Raiders. Attended the Pac-12 championships there, and it's just goated, man. It's Tricycle South. It was so damn nice. Everything about it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hollywood, make sure to leave in me saying, give us your top 3, and then you're just going right into the bottom 3. We'll do all of our top 3s first, and giving all of them. Make sure to leave that in.
He doesn't listen very well.
No, not at all.
But I'll do.
I
I'll follow.
completely missed that, dude.
I said let's start with our top 3, and we'll each give our top 3, and then we'll. I love it. All right, we'll
So much.
We
for
can
bringing
cut
extra
it.
effort.
We can cut this.
Yeah, let's
cut it.
let's give Hollywood more work to do on a Thursday night. So we're doing bottom 3, right?
Top 3.
Yeah, it was supposed to be top 3.
Middle 3.
Well, I'll play off it. So, well said on the bottom 3. I specifically asked for the top 3, but beautiful. Mine are similar. I was going to go top 3, but I'll start from the bottom as well. I'm gonna go from the bottom up, just like Itty Bitty did. We have the same worst. Sam Boyd Stadium, UNLV, the worst college football stadium I've ever been to. Like you mentioned, great times. I enjoyed going there. It was, it was
Vegas.
awful, but it's Vegas. And the big dirt parking lot, and I've been there when it's raining and it's mud, and I've been there when it's not raining and it's just a dust pile at the end of the game, and just it is just in the middle of nowhere, Vegas, and it's rough. Nothing nice about it. Not one nice amenity. My second worst, the 19th spot, was actually Charger Stadium. Went there for a bowl game against Northwestern. I've been there another time, but I think that was the only college football game that I've been there for. And it was
SoFi or old?
Old one. No, not SoFi.
Okay.
The old.
I was going to say, that's a
Chargers-
bold.
Sorry, the old. Yeah, not SoFi. It was called Charger Stadium, I believe. I looked it up. But
Bolts.
in San Diego, San Diego State played there as well, and it was awful. Not one nice thing about it. If you sat down too low to the field, I think it used to be also their baseball field. So if you sat down too low on like seats anything 10 or below, you couldn't see because you're practically standing on the field. But sitting down, you're sitting on the field. It was awful. And then my number 18, third to last, is LaVell Edwards Stadium. And this isn't a rivalry thing. It's just the thing was built in the 60s. There's not a nice thing about it. The seats fit, specifically the bleachers. I've sat everywhere in LaVell Edwards Stadium. I've sat in everything that they have to offer. I've sat in their nicest seats and I've sat in their shittiest seats. And everything sucks about it. Their bleachers they give you like the size that people were in the 60s, but them keep eating cougar tails and people are expanding. And so you have a quarter of a spot if you're on the bleachers. A couple of years ago, I went to their premium seating, like the nicest seats, like where they put the celebrities, where their highest donors are. And it was worse than like our middle level in Rice Eccles. And again, this is not a rivalry thing. It was just like, I mean, their nicest seats. If I needed to go to the bathroom, I had to like walk up and out, do like a U-shape thing, and then go through their press box and up another flight of stairs. And just, I'm like, this is the premium. This is what the people spend the most money on. It blew my mind. If you needed to go get concessions from those seats, you went down. So you were at the very top. You'd have to go all the way down to the very bottom to get out to go to the concessions. So people with cheaper seats had quicker access to the concessions. Just an absolute miserable stadium.
Yeah, the only good thing about the stadium is the backdrop.
That's the only good thing. And again, we're staying in the confines. I mean, so within the confines, if you take out the backdrop, it's shitty, man. The bathrooms are, and again, it was just built in the 60s. Like, I don't know. I'll get to it on another pick in a little bit, but it's just an old stadium and hasn't been upgraded.
Yeah, very similar with Penn State when we went out there in 21. Built in the 60s, it holds 100 and something thousand people, but we were like this, shoulder to shoulder, just sitting down in between timeouts, like no space at all. Back was killing me after the end of the game, but yeah, very similar. You waited 2 hours to even get the concessions, and it just wasn't even worth it.
Yep. I have Beaver Stadium on my list. Hollywood, are you ready for your bottom three?
Yeah, so I'll let everybody know ahead of time. I have not been to very many stadiums. Big Rice Eccles fan. Obviously, we've had season tickets for a long, long time. But my list is short, and so
it's not a dick measuring contest. It's all right.
It's only seven long, so take that with a grain of salt.
It's pretty long, Hollywood.
Coming in
at anyone tell you that's short.
Coming in at number 5, we've got Utah State.
Love it.
Small, right? Nothing crazy about it. It was a good game. You know, just doesn't seat a lot. Felt more like a high school game in Texas. If you've ever been to a high school game in Texas, they're massive. They do everything big down there. So it wasn't anything that kind of blows you away.
Yeah.
Second to last, LaVell Edwards Stadium. Same thing, right? You would expect with the amount of seats that it can hold, you would have nicer amenities, different things like that. Just from an overall experience, not super impressed. And I think being built in the 60s has something to do with that. It'd be interesting to see with all the money that they have coming in, if they ever tear it down, build something new, do some renovations. But right now that's number 6 on my list. Number 7 on my list is War Memorial Stadium.
Wow.
I know it's tough.
Wow.
Wow. It was, nothing against Wyoming.
Doing my Cowboys like that.
I know. I know. But that was one of my favorite trips. I think we talked about this on the episode where we chatted about the Cowboys. But one of the first road trips that I went on with my older brother to go see the Utes play outside of Utah. And so it was a great trip, but I just, again, not super impressed. We didn't get to go do any tailgating beforehand. And this would have been back in 2008. So what? Long time ago, 17 years ago.
I don't think it's changed much since
No.
08, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Well,
so
beautiful.
those would be my bottom three.
Okay, that's fair. Let's just snake it around and let's round out your whole list, and then I'll give my top three, and then Itty Bitty will give his.
Yeah. So coming in at number 3, Levi Stadium.
Solid.
It's a great,
I haven't been
great
there.
venue. Went there to see Utah play in the Pac-12 championship against Oregon. Not a great game. I know we're not judging based off of the game itself, but it was terrible. Almost got in a fight with the guy in front of us. So just a bad experience overall. But I think the next two outshine Levi Stadium. And number 2 is UCLA, the Rose Bowl. A lot of history there. Went there for the Ohio State game. Part of that is we sat right in front of John Stockton and got to chat with him a little bit, which I know adds to it a little bit. I know. Number 1 was Death Star in Vegas. Watching them go down, win a Pac-12 championship. It was, I mean, 1, it's cool to see them win, but 2, the seats that we sat in on the handrest is a charger for your phone. Your drink goes in a cup that keeps it cold. I mean, some of the most amazing amenities. We talk about BYU and the lackluster amenities they have there. Death Star was above and beyond anything that I could expect. So that's what rounds out my top 3.
Best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life were from Allegiant Stadium. And that's not just stadium food chicken tenders. That's chicken tenders all time. Best chicken tenders
What's the
I've
rating?
ever had.
Did you ever put out a rating?
I never put out a rating. I was on a different planet, but they were so good.
That might be
Beautiful,
why.
beautiful. Any other comments on your list? Do you have all of yours are on mine, so I would like to go over at some point where.
Yeah, one that was kind of right in the middle was Weber State. I like their stadium. It's a smaller stadium. My nephew plays for Weber State. So
I feel like Utah State is essentially the same stadium as Weber State, just like a step upgraded. Like you're kind of in the mountain there. It's kind of open. I feel like they're very similar. So I feel like, in my opinion, Weber State would have
the reason that I ranked Weber State higher was because I went to their stadium last year. Utah State's was a long time ago.
Okay.
So probably a little bit newer and nicer since the last time I was at Utah State.
Could be. I don't know what upgrades. No, they have put a lot of money in. When Maverick came in, and I think the state of Utah gave them a ton of money a couple years ago, and they upgraded heavily. So yeah.
Plus, Utah, they went on a run. They were winning a lot of games over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Utah State's very nice, and I could go back to. I haven't been to Weber. I think we're flip flopped. I haven't been to Weber State Stadium in probably the same amount of time that you've done Utah State, so I need to go back there to see a game. I haven't seen a college game there. Anything you want to add on context?
Yeah. So and again, doesn't matter how many you've been to, but I've been to 22. I have Wyoming at 12, dude. I thought that stadium was sick.
Yeah,
the pine trees.
I had them at
the
6.
pine trees sit right there. Yeah,
I was giving Hollywood a hard time, and they were 2 away from being in my bottom 3.
7th. Yeah,
I have them above a lot, including Florida, Penn State.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get into them. I want to give my top 3. I want to hear your top 3, and then we'll get into a couple of those that we all have been to. Really quickly, I'll start 3, 2, 1. At 3, I got Boone Pickens Stadium. I thought it was an incredible stadium. I loved the facade of it. All brick, looked so clean. It felt so clean, felt so good. I think everyone we live in a society that is a dick measuring society, and dick measuring college football, one of those ways is seat capacity for whatever reason. And I think there's such a sweet spot. I think there's such a sweet spot to seat capacity, and I felt like Boone Pickens is like right in that sweet spot. I can't remember exactly how much they hold. 60 maybe, like slightly above ours, but not much. It's just like, it doesn't feel like there's too many people, but it's loud enough to be ruckus. Really enjoyed Boone Pickens and the extra large souvenir cups.
Yeah,
the
that's
best souvenir, one of the best souvenir cups. It's right behind Wyoming's that I've ever gotten. Number 2, I got Husky Stadium in Washington, Seattle. That is, I'll give a little hint to what my number 1 is, but Husky Stadium is my number 1 college stadium. It's incredible. I felt like, I don't know when they dumped money into that thing, but I think they did a really good job upgrading it. What's your issue?
49ers are up 3 in overtime. Rams have got the ball 4th and 1 on like the 10-yard line.
Ooh.
They go for it. Niners stopped them. Game over.
What was the final score? Did you overhit? You're overhit for sure?
26-23. 49. Overhit. Yep.
Overhit.
Wow.
Damn, that's going to kill some survivor pools for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Washington, great. I mean, the scenery, talk about a backdrop. I know we're not talking about that, but incredible that doesn't get talked about enough with their stadium. But I thought it was just, I don't know, something about when you're walking in the concourse and it just feels really nice. And that's Husky Stadium. It's loud. Fans are engaged. Tough place to play. Purple rain and the smoke coming out. And they're behind the cage, ready to let them out of the tunnel. It's really cool. Everyone's barking, and you feel like you're surrounded by a bunch of maniacs. Yeah, really enjoy Husky Stadium. I'd go there more than one more time in my life. Then my number 1 is same as Hollywood's Allegiant Stadium, or Death Star as Hollywood likes to call it. But that's an NFL stadium, so kind of cheating a little bit. But it's as nice of a stadium of any sport that I've ever been in, and I've seen a college game in there, so I'm letting it count. And I have nothing really more to add than what Hollywood had for Allegiant Stadium. What levels have you guys sat on? Like, have you always been on the first level? Like, there's 3 levels.
First and third.
First and third. I've been first and second. Itty bitty.
I've done first and third, yeah.
First and third. Yep. What was the experience like from first compared to third for you guys? Because first to second really was just as good for me.
Yeah, first for me, we had the thing that blew me away, like I've mentioned, was that it's like these stones in the cup holders that keep your drinks cold. They didn't have that on the third level. You set your phone down and it charges your phone. It's in the north end zone. North end zone, yeah.
So
and
is
then
your back
third
towards
level,
the strip right?
Yeah.
Your back is towards the strip. Okay,
Yep.
I'm sat on that side.
And then third level, I took my son to a Raiders game, and they set a record for most points scored that night. We were on the third level, and so not as comfortable or as many amenities, but still, I mean, a hell of a place to watch a game, any game, college or NFL. But I think I'm kind of happy because he's now a Raiders fan more than he is a Cowboys fan. So,
Oh, damn.
but it was a great experience.
Yeah, I love to hear that. Itty bitty. How was your experience? Was it pretty much the same on first to third?
Yeah, I went to a Bears-Raiders game, and yeah, that top row, and we were facing the strip.
Well,
Ludacris came down in the middle, like on a zip line, dude, and performed at halftime. Like it was insane. But then yeah, for the Pac-12 championships, I was in the first level, same side, looking at that fire cauldron or whatever they have there. But yeah, it's just, you can't beat it. And they don't hold that much, like you said. Like it's not about a capacity thing. It gets rocking in there. It's just
yeah.
That's how you build it.
It's
Yeah, that's
Vegas,
how you build it.
right? Everything's over the top. Everything's about the experience. So, I
Yeah.
love it.
I do have San Francisco Niners for the Pac-12 championship as number 4 is Hollywood.
Okay.
Same thing Hollywood was saying, just beautiful stadium. I do want to point out number 6 on my list. I have the Oregon State Stadium. That place was
okay.
legit.
Yeah, Research Stadium.
Yeah.
So I've never been to a game there, but so I used to sell software to financial institutions. I was in Oregon State selling to Oregon State Credit Union, and I got down probably an hour and a half before the meeting, and I'm in full head to toe suit. I go and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go check out their stadium. No joke. Promise you this is 100% true. I go and pull into the parking lot, and I can hear them practicing in the stadium. And so parked my car and was just kind of looking around, and the gates to like the back door entrance, like the service entrance, open. So I walk up the ramp. It's on the west side, like the northwest corner of the field. I just walk right up and get up there, and I'm kind of looking at the field, kind of watching them practice and stuff. Some lady walks up. She's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just checking things out." And
Looking
she
to
goes,
donate.
"No," she goes, "Are you a scout?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you mind if I ask what NFL team?" And for some reason, I was like, I'd rather not say. No joke. Full-blown tour. She talked to me about their practice facility. And I think I mentioned this on one of the podcasts. They can do humidity. They can do all kinds of different stuff. But like gives me a full-blown tour. And then I sat and watched practice for like 20 minutes and then got out and went to my meeting. But
What a
pretty
trip.
sick. Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
sick
that is-
stadium.
That is pretty
Well-
sick. You got them at 6. I got them at 8.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're on the same page there.
Yeah, and when we went, they just redid like half the stadium, and so it was fresh. They had they had like the statue of a beaver cutting a log, and yeah, it was against. I feel bad for them. It's like 2023. It was like, man, they had not Nico. What's his name?
DJU.
DJU come in. Brand new stadium, incredible running back, and then the all conference realignment happened, and they got screwed, man.
Yeah. They also have the best first down chant of any stadium. Da na na na. Ooh. It's so good, dude. And there was a guy with a beaver hat right in front of us, like 5 rows in front of us, and this old guy, he had a head of a beaver cut out, kind of like a cheese head, but just of a beaver. And he was getting into it, and he was hip thrusting them every time. They were destroying us, so they were doing it all the time. But it was wonderful. Love Reeser, love the people. We became friends with everyone around us. Everyone was super nice. Reeser Stadium, what a little treasure up in the Pacific Northwest. I also, just very quickly, you had Autzen at 3. I have Autzen at 4. So we're on the same page with both of our Oregon schools.
Yeah, and we almost didn't do that trip. It was kind of like we were 3-0. We're like, hey, we're at Oregon State. Like, we're leaving the conference. We should probably go up there. And so we ended up driving good old Purdy. The Prius made it all the way to Corvallis.
Didn't take
Purdy's probably been to more stadiums than I have. That's no joke.
Purdy's been to a lot. Wyoming, Oregon State, Rose Bowl, Vegas. Yeah. Curious to hear where you put Arizona State.
ASU, I have 14.
Okay.
I went there last I was there for the Fiesta Bowl, but also I went there, I think it was 2016. Raylon Singleton with nobody on the side of the field, a wide open touchdown. Catch, I think it was Singleton. Anyways, we came back, beat him. Chase Hansen. Pick 6.
I
didn't love it where you got him.
I have them at 9. So they made the top 10. Probably a little more inconsistent with my stadium rankings because I just remember sitting in between the mountains thinking like, man, this is sweet. You're like
That's
right
true.
in this little canyon.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I don't remember anything about like concessions or bathrooms. Hot as dick. I got Folsom Field. You had ASU at 9. I have Folsom Field, Colorado at 9. It's actually a freaking cool stadium. They have like a big field house, like kind of attached to their stadium that you like can walk through once you're in the stadium. So like
That's
after
cool.
the game, people were like hanging out in there and getting out of the snow. I went there for a Blizzard game, 2018 when they beat them. Loved Folsom. There's a thing. A lot of my older stadiums with high capacity are lower. Rose Bowl's 12, kind of a crappy stadium. Like it's got the name. That's about it. But if you need to go get a drink or food, you're missing a quarter. Bathrooms are hit or miss. Like it's cool that you like walk through like kind of tunnels and stuff, but like just takes forever to get out for amenities. That's same with at 11 right above it was the Coliseum. I think it's cooler than the Rose Bowl. Maybe not as iconic in the college sports scene, but as a stadium, it's cooler with the torch. Again, like walking through the tunnel to get to the field is a pain in the ass if you need to leave, but like entering the stadium for the first time was actually pretty cool. And right below Rose Bowl really quick is Beaver Stadium at 13. Just an old stadium, run down, hasn't been upgraded. High capacity, so there's tons of freaking people, which can be fun, but it's not really any louder. Those old stadiums, I love that they're around and they're iconic, but they're rough.
yeah, and that's how it is with me in like baseball too. Like Fenway, I mean,
Yep.
you gotta go. It's like the Rose Bowl, but it's not nice. There's nothing nice about it. I mean, it's built
That's
in the
one.
1920s.
When we film our podcast for opening, whenever opening day is for the 2026 season, that week when we release a podcast, we got to do baseball stadium rankings.
Yeah, because I put when I was in West Virginia, we went to a Gardens game and I put them at number 3, and people were like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah,
And
we got a lot to cover on the stadium, the baseball.
that
stadium,
was
for
so
sure.
sick.
Would have
Curious
loved
to
hear
know.
about it on the pod.
Curious to know about you two ranking Florida. You went to Florida, right, Holly? Or did you
No,
not?
I didn't.
Okay.
No, the only other one that wasn't on my list was Boise State, and it was kind of middle of the pack for me.
Just average.
Yeah.
Haven't been there.
I had them towards the bottom of my list. But yeah, where do you put Florida?
I got them at 6. It's one of those older stadiums that is a dump, so I'm kind of with you. I'm probably contradicting a little bit, but I felt like the 90,000 capacity is like a solid. It felt right for that stadium. I loved that it's built up, not out.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of the stadiums that I have lower are built out, and if you're sitting up like high row wise, you are miles away from the game. I was pretty close to the top at Florida, and I felt like I was right on top of the field. Like it was an unbelievable angle. So I like it for that. I loved the mystique about Florida with like looking around and like seeing the numbers and the names of the retired players. They do such a good job at like honoring and celebrating their retired players, and just like looking around and seeing the national championship years and just thinking how many like iconic games have been played there. Of like the old iconic. So my iconic stadiums really quick. Sorry. Do you want to give yours where you have the swamp?
No, go keep going. I'll
Okay.
comment after.
I would say these are some iconic stadiums. Like I don't consider Autzen or Washington iconic. Boone Pickens isn't iconic. These are like kind of blue blood icons. I got Notre Dame at 5, the Swamp at 6, the Big House at 7. They did some nice upgrades. I didn't love it, but they had enough nice upgrades. The Coliseum at 11, Rose Bowl at 12. Those were kind of like my iconic college football stadiums. Of all the iconic stadiums I've been to, something about, and Florida doesn't even have the best history of any of those schools.
No.
But something, maybe it's the Urban Meyer connection. Maybe it's the Gator logo that is just, it's always had my heart. I think it has a lot of people's heart. It's such a cool logo. Great
Yeah,
colors.
shoves his
something
hand.
about that stadium. Yeah, doing the Gator chomp. It really had
The
my
Swamp.
heart and the history of it. Yeah. The nickname is
Yeah.
the best nickname, the Swamp.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I love seeing the brick wall or the wall, and they have the swamp, and all those jerseys there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because if I wasn't playing with Utah, I was always Florida growing up as a kid in the video game.
Yep.
And I never went to USC with Reggie Bush in the video game. I would always go to Florida.
Yep.
Kind of the same reasons as you. And we did a lot of dynasties together in Florida. So,
Yep.
yeah, I put them pretty low on my list. I put them at 12.
Okay.
I
I think that's fair. I mean,
Yeah, just as a stadium, I didn't think it was super nice. And I remember going out to the concessions and the lighting was terrible. I remember pulling my phone out and putting the flashlight on, trying to find a bathroom.
ooh.
And
I
so,
will say that probably affects my rankings. I did not do concessions at that. I think I got a drink going into my seat. Once I was in my seat, I did not leave my seat the whole
Yeah.
entire. I was too nervous.
see, I have to pee a lot when I get nervous, so I'm constantly going out. But
Oof. Beautiful. Well, we'll hope for the best. As far as stadiums go, guys, anything else you want to mention?
geez, I don't even know what to say now. I will say I'm with you with Lavelle Edwards. It's 13 on my list, right below Wyoming. The only reason I put them there was because of the backdrop. And I wasn't consistent with all my rankings, but I'm probably going to adjust a couple and tweet it out. But yeah, I like yours. I'm a little upset about War Memorial going at so
I
low
know.
for you, Holly.
I know. Well, speaking
It
of
was low
Lavelle
for
Edwards,
all of us, those below 10 for
Yeah.
me and you.
Yeah.
speaking of Lavelle, Utah State's on a bye. Utah's on a bye. BYU plays tomorrow night. They've got West Virginia. Itty bitty, you were up in West Virginia last week. The spread's right now 18.5 to 19, depending on where you're betting. How are you feeling about the Cougs hosting?
Breaking news for our
Mountaineers?
listeners. Drew
Yeah.
Itty Bitty was in West Virginia last week.
I'm taking the Mountaineers and the points. If West Virginia covers, BYU is not a good football team. Because West Virginia is horrific.
I
Horrific.
took BYU minus the points, and I did 4 units. I'm pretty confident. And the only reason that I do that is I think BYU wants to prove that they're as good as Big Brother up north. And I think for the first time this season, other than Portland State, they're going to run up the score just to make a statement. I think that they've seen what the effect that has on not running up the score on teams that they should has with the rankings in the polls. And for that reason, I think BYU goes in there, takes care of business, and is at least a 3-touchdown favorite.
Look, I really think that Rich Rod can get the boys going. I think Rich Rod, if anyone could walk in there and keep it close into the fourth quarter, it might be Rich Rod. I don't know if Rich Rod has it in him to go in there with this squad and pull out a win, but if he can keep it close going into the fourth,
no one would be happier to lose 4 units than this guy if that happens. But smart money, I think, is on Cougars to cover.
The matchup predictor, I know, doesn't. It's whatever. People have their opinions on it, but 5% chance for West Virginia to win that game. So
You want to go? I know
18-point favorites.
yeah.
we've been doing side bets
I mean, yeah.
every week. You've got one side, I've got the other. You want to do a $20 bet on that game?
Me? I don't.
Itty
No.
bitty.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I'll take the points.
It's official. It's official.
Do we
18
know?
and a half,
So is that 5 units now on it?
4.5.
Okay, $40 units, not bad.
do we know who's
50
playing quarterback for West Virginia?
Go around it. They're freshmen. They got a true freshman playing quarterback.
He was nice.
It's a different
I like him.
true freshman.
I like him. I like him. I like QB2, who's now QB1. I don't know his name. I like him.
He didn't
like
play
him.
against us. Is that what you're saying?
He did. He did.
Brand new freshman quarterback this week
He
is what I heard.
Yeah, you heard wrong. He had their best series. I think all 14 points against us came when he was in.
Yeah. He was nice.
Oh,
Freshman quarterback.
I got that wrong. He didn't start against us.
Yep.
Was what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah.
The starter's out. Then they brought in this kid, and I thought he was way better than the starter. He's just a freshman. It's kind of scary in Lavelle.
Like Texas Tech.
Yeah, Wilkins,
And
right?
then-
That's his name.
I think so. And then they took him out. And when they
Okay.
took him out on the broadcast, like, Rich Rod gave him quite the pump up. And I think it was very much, you did really well today. We're not taking you out because you played bad. We're just taking you out because this game's over and we need you going forward.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought that kid was good.
There's some upset material there. I'm just saying.
Listen, I
It's
said
a long
it.
shot. It's a long shot.
I would not be super depressed to lose 4.5 units on that if it happens. But
I do think you
Yeah.
make up a good point, though, of again, just the dick measuring contest and wanting to one up us. And
I mean, that's the true measurement against Utah this season. We've both played West Virginia. BYU has them at home. We had them on the road. I think BYU is going to want to beat them by more.
They're going to be playing in clean weather. We didn't, or that's the comparing margin of victory in my mind. I blows me away, especially when we're going to be playing them anyways. Because the true comparison is when we go down there on the 18th and we see.
Oh, that's all we'll hear about from BYU fans is if they beat them by a higher margin. That's all we'll hear about.
That's why I'm fully in favor of the Holy War game of the season, because when it's the last game of the season, we have to do this little dick measuring contest all year, and it's so stupid to me. It's so dumb, and I hate it. Like, the wins and losses are all that matter. It doesn't matter really how much you beat somebody by or how, and I like that we get it semi, because we have the measuring contest this year, but luckily we only have to listen to it for 2 weeks if it goes bad.
Yeah.
Anything else you two wanted to
Watch BYU win 40-20. DB's out there tweeting like, "Oh,
yeah.
Just go back on everything."
I'm telling you
Forget
now.
everything I said.
I'm telling you now. If BYU punts the ball one time, I'm going on Twitter. The dick measuring contest will never.
Should we should live stream an episode and watch that game.
That's not a bad idea.
Love to. I'm going to be in Bear Lake. I'm going to be at the lake.
Oh, that's true. That's
so
true.
excited to be cold. I'm going to be cold this weekend. I'm so excited. The next episode that you guys listen to, as listeners, we will have Josh Nurse on as a guest to kind of break down what he's seen so far in the year. Our recurring guest, Josh Nurse. I'm very excited about that. Get amped up about it. One thing I did want to mention: if you've tailed all of my NFL bets this year, if you've placed the bets exactly like I've placed them this year, you're up 5.61 units. For $100 better, you're up $561. If you've tailed them, my NFL picks going back to last year, you're up 24 3/4 units. That's $2,474 if you're $100 better. My all-time record for last season and this year, my NFL record 52, 47, and 2. 53% winning percentage. That's a return on investment of 19%. Round up 19%, almost 20%
Jeez.
ROI. Had to just throw that in there. I have to suck my own dick when I get the chance. You guys know that about me. But thanks for tuning in to Tailgate Talk podcast. This is a wonderful episode.
One thing, listeners, you know we've got Josh Nurse coming on the podcast on Sunday night. We'll release that Monday morning. If you have questions, things that you'd like to ask him, things that you'd like to know his take on the season so far or moving forward, comment, let us know. We would love to ask him some listener questions. So provide that information. We'd love to include you guys as part of this podcast. So comment, let us know. We'd love to bring you in on that episode.
Great ad. Put your questions in the comments. Love you guys. Go Utes.
Love you guys.
That's it for this episode of Tailgate Talk, hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute, produced by Hollywood. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your tailgate crew. Join us next time for more sports talk, food, and fun. Until next time, keep the grill hot and the stories hotter.